Hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Debbie, and today we are going to be doing a sequence that is for those of us who stand on our feet all day or our bodies are just abused by the end of our shift. Whether you're sitting in a desk chair all day or you're on your feet all day, this one is for you. So it's yoga to wind down after work. You don't need any equipment whatsoever. However, if you can do this near a wall, as at the end of it, we are going to do legs up the wall, I would recommend that. Otherwise, let's begin. So I'm just going to start seated any way that you want, whether it's cross-legged or up on your knees. And we'll just take a couple of breaths in and out here. Feel free to close down the eyes if you'd like. Breathing in and out. Tuck that chin to the chest just a little bit. Make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. Maybe pull the belly button in just a touch, just to engage the abdominals. Last breath in. And out. Now feel free to keep your eyes closed if they were, or you can open them, whatever works for you. Just going to take my left hand, placing it on my right knee, right hand behind. Inhale to find length in the spine. And then exhale to twist. Inhale. And on the exhale, taking it over to the other side. So right hand on left knee, left hand behind. Sitting up nice and tall. Breath in. Breath out. If it feels good, feel free to look over the shoulder. Breath in. And then bring it back through to center. It's going to walk the hands out in front just for a nice gentle stretch through the low back. I know for me at the end of the workday, my low back is quite tight. I'm not going very far here because my muscles are really tight. If you're down further, excellent. And just listen to your body and do what works for you. Breathing in and out as always. Maybe you feel a little bit more length in your spine. So you can walk your hands out just a little bit more. Come a little closer to the floor, the mat. For me, this is where I really feel that I need it the most, is in my low back. So I'm just going to take one more breath in and out here. And I'm going to use my hands to walk me back up to seated. And just moving nice and slowly here. That feels better. I'm going to make my way onto all fours. Just going to do a couple of cat-cows here. So inhale, drop the belly. Looking up at the sky. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, look up at the sky. And then exhale, round. Looking at the belly button, chin tucked into chest. And then come back to neutral spine. Curl the toes under and push your hands back towards your knees, making your way into a forward fold at the back of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice flat back. Engage those abdominals. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. This is just a nice stretch in the back of the legs. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, roll your way slowly up to standing, bringing the head and neck. Plant's attacking me. Walk forward a little bit. Let's do some shoulder rolls. Going one way, and then the other. Now take your feet as wide as the yoga mat, or if you'd like, you can turn so that your feet are facing the short edge of the mat. Take your feet out as wide as you would like. You can have your big toes pointing in towards one another, heels pointing out. Inhale to find length. Exhale, forward fold. This one feels really nice because now we've got a little bit of gravity to pull the low back down. If you need blocks here, absolutely feel free to use those, or you can stay up higher, going down as far as is comfortable for you. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk your hands over to the left leg. Turn those toes out, and then fold over the left leg. Breath in, breath out. Walk the hands back over through center to the opposite side. It just feels more comfortable in my body for me to turn my toes out when I do this. So do what works for you. Breath in and out. Then walk the hands back into center. Maybe if it feels good, reach the hands behind just to get a little extra shoulder stretch here. If it doesn't, that's fine. Keep the hands in the center. All right. To walking them back so they're underneath the shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stay. Inhale, bend the knees, and then roll your way slowly up to standing. Heel toe the feet in, march, hop out halfway, toes pointing out, and then lower yourself down into Malasana, just so we can come onto our bums. Make your way onto your back. Maybe you want to position yourself so that your feet are facing the wall, rolling slowly onto your back. We'll pull one knee in and then the other, hugging both knees into the chest. If it feels good, maybe rock a little side to side. And then we'll take this into a twist, so bringing both knees over to the left. Cactus the arm out to the right, looking over that right shoulder if that feels good. Placing the left hand on top of the right knee. And just breathe in and out. On your next breath in, pull the knees up to center. Taking it over to the opposite side. For me, that'll be my right side. If you're on the opposite side to me, that's perfectly fine. Extending that left arm out. You can cactus it or have it straight. My shoulder still won't let me cactus my arm, but we're getting there slowly. Breath in and out. Hug on my lip. One more breath in. Lift those knees up to center. Take the legs to like a 90-degree angle here. Maybe just hold on behind the backs of the knees. And what we're going to do is you can either point and flex the toes, or you can do some ankle circles going one way and then the other. And this for me just feels really nice at the end of the day, just taking the weight off of my feet. Now I'm going to make my way to the wall. For me, it's the side of my house. So I'm going to sit with my bum as close to the wall as I can, laying down on my back. I'm going to scoop my legs up and then position myself on my mat. And there we have it. Now you can take your legs close. You can take them as wide as you like. Do whatever feels good for you. Just going to make sure that my shoulders are relaxed away from my ears. I'm going to have my legs a little bit wider right now. It just feels good for me. Feels good in my low back. And we are just going to stay here for a few minutes. Breathing in and out through the nose. Just letting your breath fall into whatever natural breathing rhythm feels good to you. Maybe it feels good to close down the eyes. Legs up the wall is probably one of the best poses that you can do to alleviate pain in the low back, in your hamstrings. If you've ever suffered from sciatic pain, this one is amazing for it as well. Sometimes not always the most comfortable to get into if you are having acute pain, but again, this is something that you can adapt so that it works for your body. You can do this in your bed. Maybe you remember doing this as a kid, where you'd lay upside down in a chair reading a book, and or your sofa, and have your knees over the back of it. Or, well, I guess as a kid my knees would definitely not dangle. My knees still wouldn't dangle now as an adult. And just breathe. Just going to leave us here in silence for a few moments. And if your legs are wider and you feel them starting to slide down the wall, that's perfectly fine. Just allow them to do their thing. If it's uncomfortable, you can walk your heels back up, but listen to your body. Do what works for you. Now, if you'd like to stay here longer, feel free to do so. However, if you have to get on with the rest of your day, maybe make dinner or get breakfast or whatever is on your long to-do list today, feel free to end this practice with me here. So I'm just going to walk my heels in so they're touching one another, and then bend my knees, and then roll onto one side or the other. Just going to stay here for a moment and just let my body adjust to the change in the circulation of the blood flow. And then I'm going to push my way up to seated. Make my way to the center of the mat here so you can see me better. And then crossing your legs in whatever way feels comfortable to you. And we will take one full belly breath in and out together here. So big breath in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Bring your hands to your heart center, bowing your chin to your chest, thanking your body for taking you through this practice today. Namaste. Well, I hope you enjoyed this practice and that maybe your body doesn't feel quite so heavy and it feels a little lighter and maybe a little more stretched out. I know I definitely feel better at the end of my workday, and I can continue to get on with the rest of my evening, make my supper, whatever else I've got going on today. If you enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit that subscription and notification bell so that you know when my next video it will be available. I do post weekly on YouTube. I look forward to practicing with you on the mat again soon.